What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to this week's episode 112 of the STS Guys. I am Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
Hey guys, it's Nate.
And I'm Scott.
And we are the STS Guys, a weekly podcast where we sit around, shoot the shit, and talk about anything geeky, nerdy, and cool. What is going on this week, guys?
Well, we have a special guest with us.
I was gonna say, I think we got a fifth box here.
Yeah.
Whoa. Watch out with the fifth box.
Yeah.
We got a full crew tonight, plus one. So Jeremy, who we got? Who we got with us?
Well, I said I'm not one to introduce. I said let's let our guest introduce himself. So
all right.
Yes, go ahead and do your spiel and introduce yourself.
Okay, that works. I mean, I can do it. Well, obviously, if you're not aware, I mean, I am usually in the comment section, for most of these episodes. But I mean, I'll probably still be in there, a little bit. But if you don't know, I'm Tyler Calvert. It's one of those things where I don't call myself a movie critic, but I talk about movies a lot on YouTube. Movie reviews. I also do lots of unboxings, trailer reactions. I have a wide array of things, just geeky culture, geeky pop culture stuff, movies, all that stuff, and all that fun stuff you see a lot of us that's going on the STS Guys, kind of the same genre.
Yeah, man, you've been a big supporter of our channel for a long time. You're always in the comments. We always really appreciate your interactivity with us during the episodes. You've always got good ideas. You remind us of things that we forget about. Really appreciate your support, and it's awesome to have you on the episode tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was bound to happen eventually. I know we've been talking about it for a long time. Eventually, we'll, once you've gotten through the guy from the Toys That Made Us and all that, then you finally get to me.
Yeah, get those B-listers out of the way.
You're just as important, Tyler.
I was hoping you were going to say the goat versus fish guy, but
Goat versus Fish was cool too. I have to. He's a cool dude too. But I actually did go and watch a lot of that, the Toys That Made Us after watching your interview with the creator, and it was actually a pretty cool show. I'm not watching every episode. I'm watching it in a really weird order. I watched three of the episodes in season 3, and then I bounced to Transformers and then Star Wars in season 1. I'm not watching it in order.
I think that's kind of how that show's meant to be kind of enjoyed. You pick the ones that are most interesting to you. I did the same thing. I was like, I'm going to go with episode 3 because it's something that I'm more interested in. When the 3rd season dropped, I went straight to TMNT, which I think is maybe the second one.
Well, at least I don't know about on you guys, but my Netflix legitimately has a big watch in any order tag on the screen. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's great.
yeah, well, it's not. There's no story to it. It's the perfect bounce around. Choose which one you like. You want to watch Star Wars, you go watch Star Wars. You want to skip My Little Pony, you skip My Little Pony. No big deal. Don't skip Barbie because Barbie was a really good episode.
Barbie is I was like, I'm going to skip Barbie.
I a lot about Barbie.
This is giving me reminders of last week's episode where we talked about My Little Pony in weird ways.
Oh yeah. What did I do?
Hey, don't make me start talking about the ponies.
Yeah, no ponies. No dirty ponies. Regular ones are okay.
But go ahead, Scott.
I don't know.
I was gonna say for anybody listening, please go check out Tyler Calvert. He's got a really awesome channel. He does basically movie reviews, Netflix reviews, trailer reactions, unboxings, sometimes Blu-ray hauls. I mean, he kind of covers all the movies that are coming out. He gives us his personal thoughts, what he thinks about it, his review. I really enjoy your content. It always gives me kind of an idea of what to expect when I'm going into a movie.
I lost my audio.
Yeah.
Oh, we can.
Oh no. We can hear you, but he can't hear us.
Uh-oh.
I lost my audio.
You can't.
Oh no. Well, yeah, Tyler, we can hear you. We'll try to get this working again. Bear with us, guys.
There you go.
There we go.
Back.
Yeah.
Can you hear us now?
All right, good.
Sweet. Well, I was just talking about your channel, Tyler, and everybody needs to go check you out. Give him a big fat subscribe.
Yeah.
And,
how do you find your channel?
It's really easy. I mean, obviously, you just type in my name on YouTube. It's the first result as far as YouTube goes. But other social medias, I actually just changed it not that long ago because I was tired of the numbers at the end of my username. So My username on Twitter and Instagram is it's Tyler Calvert.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, nice and easy.
Very simple.
That makes it super easy. It's my name.
Guy that actually, I haven't. It's funny because he followed me not that long ago, but the guy that actually has like my name as his Twitter handle, like followed me a couple months ago, and I need to ask him, like, can I have it?
Yeah. Is that just like a weird flex? You're like, ha, other Tyler Calvert. I've got the main Tyler Calvert account.
Yeah.
You'd expect him like
It is. Yeah.
DM you, be like, hey, by the way, this is for sale if you want it.
Yeah. My name's not even Tyler.
But the funny thing is, we've actually done the same thing though. So we
do it all the time.
we follow the other STS Guys podcast channel. There actually is another STS Guys podcast on YouTube that we actually went into one of their live streams one time. Just
Yeah. I forgot about that.
What does their STS mean the same thing? Or
Yes, surprisingly.
It's weird.
That was a little while ago. I wonder if they're still around.
So I'll just say this: it was bros, like in like boating wear, like
right. They looked like they were just came back from a yacht club meeting.
Yeah, it was the bros with a blanket pinned to the wall.
No. It wasn't pinned. It was
a different atmosphere from you guys.
Very preppy version of STS.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
It was the pro version of STS Guys.
It was guys that would probably be talking about tennis. Like at some point,
I'm gonna have to look them up and see what these other STS guys are about.
You've got Tyler interested now.
And rowing.
Rowing.
Yeah.
And having my parents cheat me into USC. Wait, sorry.
That's probably what it is.
First part of the last season comes out on Friday. We'll see if she's actually in this season.
Oh, does it? I didn't know that. That's interesting.
I only know because I saw it because the ad popped up after I finished The Boys That Made Us. And
yeah, like I'm surprised I haven't seen anything about it. Like I feel like that's a fairly big deal.
No, because there's potential for jail drama.
Yeah, unless they're trying to sweep it under the rug. But no, they can't. Come on. Everybody loves Fuller House.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pretty epic week, right, guys?
Good segue, Nate.
Trying to make sure we don't forget that part. But happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
It was also Black Friday. So I have to hear, what did you guys get anything? Scott, did you get something?
So I have a humorous story. I was just going to say, there was one goddamn item I wanted on for like Black Friday, and they had it at Costco, and it was online only. And for the entirety of Thursday, I was bitching my ass off because they crashed their website.
Oh, yeah.
Like users crashed it, and they basically shut down for the entirety of the day. It took me from 7 a.m. until like 11:30 p.m. that night to actually get the one goddamn item I wanted for Black Friday.
And this was at what, Costco?
At Costco, yeah. Their like site just like went down.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as it opened up all the ads, like they got flooded, like DDoS style. They could not.
But it was weird because so my wife was trying to buy something there too. Like I didn't know you were on Costco.com.
Yeah,
but like
it's like it's Facebook.
Yeah, you could get the page to load, but like I couldn't click the add to cart button for her. Like it was weird. And the same thing, like all day. I didn't try it all day, but like I tried, didn't work. I sat on it for a couple hours, went back, tried, same thing. Like page loaded just fine. I just couldn't add to cart.
Yeah. So where it was getting people really pissed off is you could, if you were patient enough, get the thing into your cart and go to the checkout thing. But one of the major issues they were having was what was crashing was the login page for like your account. And Costco, you have to have a membership to like order. So you have to like log in. So that was crashing. So people could get shit all the way to the last possible step and it would just fail. And I think like that's
don't want to mess up, right?
Yeah.
It feels like a Mezco pre-order.
Yeah.
That's Funko stuff too.
Yeah, right. It's the Funko stuff, but on Costco.
So what were you trying to buy?
Yeah,
Nikon DSLR camera.
Okay, I was gonna say
nice.
Costco. The place I think of when I do Black Friday shopping.
Yeah, so they got some good like electronics, but yeah, it was like Nikon 3500 with all their like upgrades was like $399, which is a great deal on that camera.
I saw that bundle. That was a really good deal. I've got a 3200 and I got a bundle kind of similar to that when I got it, and it's great. It's lasted me a long time.
I like that.
Cool.
Costco gives you that free extra battery, son.
Yeah. Costco bundles are always nice. It's kind of like those Amazon bundles where they come with like a shit ton of stuff, like, you know, an extra flash and like a tripod and a bag and all this other crap.
No, when I bought my G7, that's why I bought it on Amazon. I had like a package with a Rode microphone, had the extra battery.
Yeah, it's insane what you get in those packs. Like, just come cram full. But yeah, that bundle at Costco, that's a really good price for that camera.
Yeah. So I wanted it because it was like a sale that day. So I was like, I'm getting this fucking camera. But every time, so I'm like cooking the turkey. And then would run in here and try to log into Costco and fail. I'd go back out and keep cooking food. Yeah. And I just spent all day running back and forth every hour or so trying to log in to get my fucking camera. Finally got that son of a bitch, but like
at least it was successful eventually.
Determination pays.
Exactly. Ladies, I'm nothing if I'm not persistent.
Well, at least you didn't have to go to a store, a physical store. You did it from the comfort of your home.
Yeah. So I went to Walmart though, because even if I'm not buying anything, I ended up buying shit. But like I went to Walmart just because if there's ever anything that happens on Black Friday, it's gonna be at Walmart.
Yeah, that's the one place I avoided until today. Today, and they still had some Black Friday still going on. They had ravaged the section though. It was just a mess.
Yeah,
monsters.
Yeah.
There's like the standee that they have at every Walmart with all the Blu-rays and DVDs. They were just like piles, mountains of them on top of everywhere. On the top of them. It was like stacks everywhere. It was like, what happened here?
You think like, oh, like that was the people. No, that was just how the Walmart employees are like, all right, we gotta get all these movies out, fucking dump them on the thing. Like,
probably.
I went
one of those.
Not even in the shelves, but on top of it.
And just pour it on there. Just get it on there. I honestly think that's the worst like idea is just to have a bucket of movies out during Black Friday when people like will buy shit that they never needed, but because it's like $1.50.
It's like it's like the doorbuster stuff. You know, they just kind of put it towards the front, and people just start grabbing it as they're coming in because it's so cheap.
On Best Buy, because I mean, I bought a bunch of stuff. I have like a whole. Once we get to me, and if I got anything for Black Friday, I have a whole section. But when I went to Black Friday, one of the things everybody was like leaving with giant TVs because one of the doorbusters at Black Friday for Best Buy was it wasn't like a nice TV. It was like the Hisense TVs, which aren't like the nicest as far as like 4K TVs go, but it was a 65-inch 4K TV Hisense for $399 at Best Buy doorbuster.
That's really cheap, though.
That is pretty cheap. Yeah.
Put a
4K TV for $400, like $399, 65-inch.
Yeah, that's cheap.
Yeah, like you can't go wrong with putting a TV at $399. You're gonna get the crazies out there. A few years ago, I did see a fight where one lady punched another lady over like the Gen 1 Fitbit.
Well, you guys don't remember my story from like 4 or 5 years back with the TV I bought? Remember the TV I bought out of spite?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So just I can give the audience and Tyler, like I said, a little glimpse into this story. So like 5 years ago, I was in line at Target, and they were handing out the tickets for like a 42-inch TV. It was like $129. It was like super, super cheap. And I didn't need a TV, but I said this lady behind me, she was like the biggest bitch in the entire world. She was just so mean. Like, and she was like a horrible, horrible person to everyone in the line, and also even worse to the employees. And so what they were doing is they were handing out the tickets. She was bitching at her husband, like or like boyfriend or whatever that was behind her, and they were handing out the tickets, and the employee went to go try to hand her tickets, and she turns around and was like, so can't you see I'm fucking talking to my husband or boyfriend or whatever.
Shit.
And then so he just like, okay, and then goes, and so I grabbed the last ticket, and she turns around, she realizes what was done, And she's like, well, no, I was in line. I need the ticket. She's like, I tried to give you a ticket. You weren't going to get it. So I literally, she's like, oh, well, it's like, did you want the TV? I'm like, no. I'm like, it's like, oh, you know, I'm like, no, I'm going to buy this TV. So I bought the TV despite. just to spite the lady that was in line.
That's amazing.
What did you say, Tyler?
I would say, did you at least use the TV at least?
Yeah, no, it literally went into it. They said it was.
Was it the dog room one?
It was. Yeah. It was the TV that I put in my dog room. So my dogs had a 42-inch TV.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
with their cages.
You stuck it to her really well, Jeremy.
Pretty good, man.
That's great.
Yeah, Tyler. So you said you went to Best Buy. What did you end up picking up?
I mean, I can divvy it up, I guess, between the stores. But
Oh, okay. Oh, you got around then. It
You
wasn't
had like a
Best
mega
Buy.
haul.
Oh, look at that.
Damn.
I did divvy it up between stores just because I knew that this question would come up. But yeah, they had a lot of good sales. Well, Target didn't. Not to put Target on blast, but they didn't have good sales for movies. But
No.
I got? Let's see, the new 4K Apocalypse Now Final Cut. So I got
Nice.
that one.
So the 30-second cut and print of that movie.
Yeah, it was the 40th anniversary. It's got like all the different editions. So I figured,
Oh, cool.
I don't think they're gonna make another edition. So
Till the 8K edition.
it was $10.
Yeah.
Bad Time at the El Royale.
Nice.
Underrated movie last year. I like this movie, just even though it was just like one of those schlocky B movie type movies, but done really well. It's Crawl.
Yeah,
Fighting off the alligators in Florida.
I haven't seen that one yet.
it's good.
Me neither.
You got to go watch it.
First Man on 4K, just because it was one of those why not purchases.
Nice.
Long Shot. I really like Long Shot this year. The Seth Rogen, Charlize Theron romantic comedy. That was a lot of. They're all like basically $12 or less. I forget like the exact pricing for most of them, but I'll be Overlord on 4K. Another one that was really
Nice.
super entertaining. Basically, Nazi Zombies, the movie, Call of Duty Nazi Zombies.
Yeah, I saw that recently. That was really good.
Let's see. No, that was the Black Friday purchase. That was an accident that was put in there. RoboCop. I got the new
Yes.
RoboCop Steelbook. It was $15 off, so it was $20 instead of $35. So I was like, okay, I'm getting that. I haven't watched
Hell
it.
yes. That is awesome. Is that 4K?
Yeah, it's a 4K They did a 4K restoration of the original RoboCop, and it also has the one disc has the collector's cut, the theatrical cut, and one has the director's cut.
Damn.
Nice. Yeah. Right.
You're making me want to go get that.
Yeah, no, Nate is jealous.
Widows is good. I mean, I would recommend getting it. It's pretty awesome. The Steelbook itself is awesome, and just because it was $3-4, I got Terminator 2 on Blu-ray.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with T2.
That's like a must-have. Yeah.
Yeah, for $4.
Yeah.
And then Target wasn't that great. It was mostly the only things I got for was TV related. It was because I needed to watch season 2 of Killing Eve because I watched the first season on Hulu and they didn't have the second season.
Don't you love it when you find out you're like, wait, there's new ones. Why don't you have those?
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was like, okay, well I really like season 1. I know season 2 exists, but it's not on there, so fine, I'll buy it for $10. And Sharp Objects on HBO, I heard nothing but great things about it.
That's good. That's a good series.
It's a great show. Yeah.
And, these are from Walmart because they're the only ones that have those stickers. But I got the Child's Play remake and The Kid Who Would Be King on Blu-ray from Walmart.
Terror bin.
Nice.
You got a good haul there.
Yeah, it's a pretty good haul, dude. On that shelf behind you, are those all DVDs?
They're Blu-ray. They're Blu-ray
Yeah.
mostly.
He's like DVDs. These
Yeah,
are Blu-rays,
whatever.
man.
Same difference.
Yeah.
They're movies.
Fully gone Blu-ray 4K. They're actually mostly steelbooks because I collect steelbooks.
Oh, cool.
But the other things I got was from Hot Topic because I needed some $12 shirts.
Nice.
I got the Evil Patrick,
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
That's a cool shirt, man.
$12.
That's great.
Let's see. This one I know a lot of you guys will like, and your viewers, especially if they're big fans of like the '90s retro Spider-Man. It was the Spider-Man, but it's like the logo from the '90s animated series.
Yeah, I've been
that-
watching that on Disney Plus. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Me too.
It's been great watching it again.
Yeah.
It's a cool shirt.
and last but not least, wrestling fans, I got an AEW shirt.
Cool.
Larry, it's black.
Larry's enjoyed.
And it's black, Larry.
And it's black.
Yes. Funkos with Chris said there's a good Hot Topic sale on Pops. Buy two, get one free.
Yeah, buy two, get one free. I'm not like super duper into Pops. Like I'm kind of selective.
Neither are we.
Yeah, same.
I
Well,
know Jeremy's selective.
At least for two of us.
Yeah.
There's like a whole wall behind him.
Seriously.
And it continues.
And it continues. And it goes on the other side too, right? Nice.
That's impressive. I can't deny the impressiveness of that kind of Funko Pop collection.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's better to have just a couple.
Speaking of, did you guys get any Pops for Black Friday?
I literally made one Black Friday purchase, and that was at Target yesterday because they had Batman Hush for $6.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I didn't pick it up though.
And that's literally the only thing I bought.
That's not bad.
Nice.
One sale. I did get one Pop technically because I ordered the Funimation had a bundle for the first 2 seasons of Yu Yu Hakusho on Blu-ray, and it came with a Hiei Pop, and I was like, okay, well, I don't want that Pop. I'll give it to somebody, but the bundle was too good to pass up because it was $45 with shipping, and that's with a Pop and both seasons of Yu Yu Hakusho on Blu-ray, the steelbooks, and that one of those steelbooks alone is like $40. So it's like, if you're gonna give me both of them and a Funko Pop, okay, fine.
You're only gonna make profit on the Pop.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, you can find somebody who would like it. That's cool. I didn't buy a whole lot. Like I didn't go to any stores. I feel like this is the first time in a while we didn't go to any stores in person. Somebody had Splatoon 2 on sale. Walmart, I think. I bought Splatoon 2 for me. So now we have 2 copies. so Ian and I can play together. It was $30. I'm like, I'll take Splatoon 2 for $30. What?
You have 2 Switches now?
Oh yeah, I have a Switch. You didn't know I have a Switch?
Oh.
Yeah, Larry has his own Switch.
Yeah, I have a Switch. I forget when I bought it, but I have a Switch now too. So it was before you moved, maybe right after. I don't know. It was before we moved into this house. But I bought that. I bought Pop-wise, I didn't buy anything new necessarily, but Dark Parlor Originals had some signed wrestling Pops on sale. So right. Our friends who used to be that wrestling club had, what did I buy? I bought Charlotte Flair because she was $30. It's cheap. And I bought the Stranger Things Pop, the Gain Matarazzo signed Dustin Pop. So I bought both those.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I couldn't turn it down. It was the Dustin one's like pretty rad. She's like in his camp shirt and it's signed in yellow paint pen on it. I'm like, why not?
Well, your signed Pop collection is becoming pretty substantial, so I can see good opportunities. You can't pass those up.
That's growing really quickly, surprisingly.
And I don't even really like Charlotte Flair, but I needed Charlotte Flair to go with my wrestling Pops. As well as Ed Pogue messaged me earlier today. He saw that Trish Stratus had cheap signed Pops on her website. So I bought a signed Trish Stratus Pop.
You bought one. No.
Yeah, I did.
Ed Pogue knows you.
Butt wasted was getting me sucked in, man. So thanks, Ed.
I don't want to make you spend more money, but I'm not. This is just a promotion. I'm not paid by them or anything. But the Zobi does a wrestling box, and they're doing one for Black Friday, and it actually has a signed wrestling Funko Pop in the box this month.
Oh
well, I'm
Larry
going
is
to
googling
Zobi.com right now.
And now you made Larry spend money.
I know which wrestlers in it because I looked at the spoilers, but I mean, I don't know how you feel about certain wrestler, and someone may be listening that doesn't want to be.
Spoiled. We'll talk after. We'll talk after because I have quite a few, and that was the one that popped in my head. Is like I don't want. I'm not that into it where I need a duplicate, so we'll talk after. But I'm definitely going to check out the Zobi box.
Larry's probably going to do another purchase now.
All right. So I'm going to pull up this question from Manny because I think this ties really well into our Black Friday conversation here. But so do you think Black Friday will now be a week-long thing starting before Friday? So this year it kind of was like some of the stores did their shit like Monday. Like
I was actually going to bring this up, so I'm glad he said that. But I think so. There's like two things about Black Friday. I do feel like you don't really have to get out of your house unless there's something like a doorbuster. So like the Blu-rays and the 4Ks that Tyler got. If he would have waited around, he probably wouldn't have got all the good ones that he got. That kind of stuff you kind of have to go out and hunt. But if there's like a specific item that is going to be on sale, there's really no reason to rush on that Friday, at least in my opinion, because it's usually available at least until Cyber Monday. So you have about 4 days to kind of mess with it, from what I've seen.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, is there even any need for Cyber Monday anymore anyway, now that Black Friday is mostly online deals?
It's just a way for them to kind of milk the Black Friday deals.
It extends it. Like it just extends it. Like that's when Cyber Monday is typically when I renew my PlayStation Plus every year, because they typically have like the $30 the $30 renew your PlayStation year.
I've been waiting on that too.
They're gonna be like, let's wait for the sales on Cyber Monday. Yeah, no, like
Good old PlayStation Plus. I need to renew that too, actually.
I heard there's going to be a good deal on Monday.
So, I mean, Monday's usually the best deal. It's like 30, I think like Jeremy said $35.
Yeah, it's like $35 on Monday typically.
Yeah. So I got a funny story as to why I have 3 years of PlayStation Plus.
Oh God.
Oh wow.
Because I kept hitting the thing, and how it's like, don't do anything to this browser. We're like processing your card.
Just triple bought it.
Yeah, so I hit was like, it's taking too long to process. So I was like, oh, something's broke. Stop, go back, tried it again, ran it.
They didn't even think you did anything wrong. They just
they're just like, oh, this guy wants 1 years individually invoiced.
Okay, I mean that's more power to PlayStation than they did.
So don't renew things when drinking. Yeah.
It specifically told you not to do that, Scott. Scott's like, nah, screw it.
No, I would be like, that never happened. It's kind of like the whole like, that like, oh, that would never happen to me. Like excuse for like, like unplugging the USB, like hit like eject first because you might lose your data. Like I always thought I was not the guy that was going to get the extra charge.
That was like me with back in the day when you used to actually like have to like put in or take out your memory cards, like your PlayStation, and it's like don't take it out before you're done saving, or corrupt your save file.
You're like in a hurry, you pull it out, you're like, oh shit, please save.
No, I can't play that game anymore.
Yeah, I'm done. Larry, it's called Zobi Wrestling, and you can put in Wrestling 5 for $5 of your order.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, like I was literally looking for it as Brian typed that in.
So,
thanks, Brian.
Yeah, thank you, Brad.
That was the random thing to throw in there. I'm not sponsored by them or anything.
Well, Tyler,
no, I like so.
But we got lots of friends of wrestling.
You have caused him to spend more money, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he'll be happy. I'm sure JR.
Yeah. I'm aware of Zobi. I've never bought anything from them before. I guess I probably need to pay more attention to their stuff.
They have a lot of really great stuff. I mean, not to I guess plug them too much, but they do a really good job there. Some of the stuff in my background is from them.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I have to find myself which direction everything's in. But
it gets really hard like trying to point to shit because I'm like
trying to totally get it off. You're like,
no, I got these two. It was a 11x14 Jason Momoa, Aquaman, and beneath it, Justin Roiland Rick and Morty photo.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Did you beat them?
Unfortunately, no. They did a private signings with them. So well, Justin Roiland's they made available if you wanted like send in your item to get signed, or they had like their own photos that you can choose from to get signed. So I did those from those.
Oh, okay. It was a Zobi one, yeah.
A fair amount of them I did meet. Like the other one next to it, Zachary Levi and Jake Gyllenhaal was at Ace Comic-Con, which was amazing.
It's pretty cool, man.
I'm still like in shock that I try to it's hard to believe that I met Jake Gyllenhaal.
Right?
Yeah, that's really cool actually. He's
Bubble Boy.
Huge star.
But yeah, Bubble Boy.
Yeah.
Bubble Boy. I was hoping he would have some Bubble Boy photos on his table, but he didn't.
No.
Yeah, you know what? Like
It's probably trying to like erase that from his career, maybe.
But why? Because that movie is utterly hilarious.
Yeah,
Like,
he
come on,
seems like a cool dude. I bet he owns it.
Yeah, like the whole Poontang Poonani.
Yeah,
He's
a good movie.
He obviously likes the stuff, like funnier stuff that the memes and the gifs and all that they make of him. Because I mean, he thought it was hilarious to the photo I brought of him, where it's that famous part of from Nightcrawler where he's like winking and pointing. So I brought that photo. I printed out that photo because I print out my own photos usually if I'm going to like signing myself. And he thought it was great when I brought it with him. I made sure I flew all the way from Baltimore to Chicago with that photo in my bag just for him to sign.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Nice.
That's not close. What did you think of Ace? Did you meet? So you met Jake Gyllenhaal. Did you meet anybody else?
Yeah, it was a long. Well, I was in Chicago for 3 days. Well, yeah, technically 3 days. I flew in Friday night. I didn't go to the Friday show, but I went Saturday, Sunday, and I flew back Monday morning. But I forget. I don't remember which. I'd have to think for a second for who I met each day. But I know I met Jake Gyllenhaal, Brie Larson, Tom Holland, Tessa Thompson, Taron Egerton, and I may be missing one, but Kiernan Shipka from Sabrina.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. She's cool too.
Like a last minute vibe.
That's a strong lineup,
dude. Yeah. So even though it was I don't know how far Baltimore to Chicago is, right? It's a couple hours at least.
I was only in a plane for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's not too bad. But right, you made that trip out of state. Like it was definitely worthwhile. That's where I was going. You killed it.
I never went to any non-East Coast con before because I mean I stick primarily to East Coast con, like Baltimore Comic Con every year. Well, I didn't go this year because the lineup wasn't very good, and it was the following weekend after Ace Comic Con, and I was like, well, I'm not going to stretch my budget anymore. I'm already just in debt.
No,
I've had to take out a loan.
Yeah, and there's like if you got your money's worth out of Ace, like it's just right,
Most of the people at Ace
not go tempt yourself.
Conventions. Most of the people at Ace don't do conventions like that, so it was like literally like almost like a once in a lifetime experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I said this when Chuck Load of Comics was on with us like a couple weeks ago. Like Tom Holland was here. I regret not meeting Tom Holland like 2 years ago. So at our first day, so. I
saw them in Ace Comic Con when
that's cool.
I passed by their booth plenty of times because their booth was right near the Q&A panels. They had like the way that the Ace was structured. They had like a couple rows and the Q&A panel and all that stuff. And there's like obviously like black tarps and like cage or whatever you want to call it. And then like they were on that last alley right before the Q&A panel. So I walked by them plenty of times.
Yeah, it's crazy,
cool.
right?
It was cool seeing their interviews up in person with like Boss Logic and all them.
Yeah, for sure. Like Chuck does some really good editing and stuff. They put together some really high quality videos for sure. You'll have to say hi next time. Be like, we have mutual friends.
I didn't get a chance to say hi to them specifically. I didn't want to be one of those people because they were busy most of the time I walked by. Or I was in a hurry to go somewhere else because Sunday I literally was in line like for the entire time I was at Ace Comic Con. Yeah,
that's crazy, right? Like I feel like that's a whole lot of what Ace is too. Is there's a lot of demand for those A-list celebrities, so it means you're going to wait a little bit. But that's okay.
Yeah, a lot of the lines are delayed. I remember like I don't know if you heard. I mean, I don't remember if they brought. Oh yeah, he brought it up. The Chuck Load of Comics. He brought up how delayed the Brie Larson Tessa Thompson panel was.
Yeah.
I was in the crowd waiting for like 2 hours at the start.
That's crazy.
Up there doing contests, and we were watching like old previous Ace Comic Con panels. It was hilarious.
Oh, okay.
Good old Ace Comic. I hope. I'm waiting to see where they pick the next one. I mean, usually they do one in Arizona every January, but it seems like they're not doing that this year.
I don't know, man. I was thinking like this morning, tomorrow's December.
Yeah.
It's getting really close. Like
they did the 2 here. So I wonder if it's going to skip a year and then come back, 2021.
Yeah, maybe. Cause I feel like I know the first year it was Martin Luther King Day weekend. So like, I feel like it's middle of January. It's really only like 6 weeks away if they were to do that again. So I don't know.
I'm really hoping they do East Coast again because I regret not going to the very first one in New York.
Yeah, with all the Justice League people, that one is pretty cool.
Yeah,
too.
I mean that movie that movie didn't turn out the best as far as like not just the movie itself, but just like the drama that's still going on, mind you.
Yeah, right.
Right.
2 years later,
It's a Snyder cut.
Release the Snyder Cut.
No. Okay. So here, I'm gonna get there.
We got.
I got a question for you. No. If you're Zack Snyder, do you ever actually release that cut? Because right now, that movie is such a pile of crap, right? That they're all saying, like, oh, the Snyder cut's way better. It's totally different. It's way better. You're Zack Snyder. Are you going to be like,
No.
yeah, but is it better? Like, like, what if it's worse? Right now, no. Right now, he can sit without releasing it.
No.
And just say, I have a cut, but none of you can see it. It makes it seem like he has a better version of that movie.
I am going to counter that argument and say that, I bet his cut is better. Just for example, I said, and I use the example of The Watchmen. I said the director's cut of The Watchmen is a way better movie than what was released theatrically. I said that extra half hour, that extra half hour, like 45 minutes that was in the movie in the director's cut, made it a completely different movie where it actually made it entertaining. So
I agree with that.
It reminded me of Batman v Superman, the Ultimate Edition or whatever they called it. I mean, it was long. It was like 3 hours long, and it helped make things make more sense as far as if you watch the extended version of Batman v Superman.
Yeah. And Justice League just feels so disjointed. Anyways, it doesn't feel like it's a cohesive thought. So, like, to get a Snyder cut where it probably would have made sense a little bit better, I still want to see it.
I would be curious to see it if it ever comes to light. I mean, I actually suggested not that long ago because I every now and then I contribute to this podcast called the Cinemedia World Podcast. I'm not always on there, but every now and then I'm on there, and we were talking about more Snyder Cut news, and I was suggesting, like, if they really want, like, this Snyder Cut to happen, obviously it's going to cost a lot of money between, like, effects and, just this everything to get the effects, the looking good and everything in post-production, and probably having to bring back the actors to do some stuff, which would probably make things just even more of a disaster.
Right.
But,
yeah.
Hey, you want to come back 2 years on?
Yeah. But they have just throw them in. The fans obviously want it. They spend a lot of money. I'm sure you saw in San Diego Comic-Con the release of Snyder Cut, like banners and all ads and all that. So I mean, they could help fork over some money to get the post-production and all that. Plus the stars if they really want it to happen.
And I actually see it possibly happening because, like, here's the thing: what a great marketing tool when they launched HBO Max. And so I think there's some real good merit with HBO Max, and just because Kevin Smith was talking about, it said that it should go to HBO Max. I think there was even the official like HBO Max thing actually retweeted one of the hashtag releases the Snyder cuts as well, because one, they had the money to do it, then two, like I said, what better way to promote people signing up for the service? Like what Mandalorian did for people signing up for Disney Plus. Yeah. The Snyder cut could do for people signing up for HBO Max.
It would do huge. I think it would do a very huge number, even if it was just like an immediate spike, just an initial spike at launch. 10 million people sign up at launch to watch the Snyder cut, and then they don't re-sign up. At least for that first initial number, they did pretty well.
Definitely draw some people in.
And at least gets you noticed in this kind of the sea of streaming services is just getting deeper, so at least gets you noticed.
There's just so many of them these days. I can't keep up. I try to watch everything. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime. I don't really care about Apple TV Plus at all. I never hear anyone talk about it, but apparently episodes of this dropping every week. But
I've heard good things about the Reese Witherspoon Jennifer Aniston show, but I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, I've heard good things about The Servant. I don't know if that's the new one that they have out. Yeah,
we're not
to your point.
Like at that point,
yeah, it's funny though because you cut cable. Like I got rid of my cable probably 2 years ago, but now I've got all these streaming services that I'm paying for. You slowly start getting back to the price of cable again. It's kind of weird how the industry's changing that way.
They got to adapt to survive, I guess.
Yeah.
That's one way to
Trying
do it.
to.
Right.
I mean, like ultimately, if they're all pumping out good original content, like we're the ones who win, and there's just too much good stuff to watch. I like the Apple TV one is the one that like I think is kind of the weird stepchild right now that I don't know anybody personally who has it, but like again, I've quietly heard good things, but there's not that oh my god moment that's going to make anybody go sign up yet.
Well, I think it's that, and I also think I think the thing that drives me nuts though about this whole situation is like it's different depending on where you live. Like honestly,
Yeah.
it like I said, I'm a huge Star Trek fan. I'm a huge Star Trek fan, but I refuse to pay for CBS.
Yeah.
I said just to watch Star Trek. Like because I'm not going to watch anything else. I could care less about anything else that's on this on the CBS app. Like
I don't even know what they have. I know they have that Twilight Zone.
yeah, I'm like I could care less. I could care less about anything else. But the thing
I
is,
couldn't tell you what like any show on CBS was. I forgot that fucking Star Trek was on that.
yeah, but here's the thing: if you're overseas, I said it's on Netflix. I said because there's no CBS app over there, so they actually stream it on Netflix over there. Because I watched the entire first season of Discovery, except when I was overseas.
No, nice.
Yeah. Titans is the same way. I think it's on Netflix overseas.
Really?
They don't. DC Universe is like only like a US thing, I believe.
That's weird. That's
Yeah, that's right.
Weird, yeah.
I think DC Universe is on Netflix.
I want to watch some of the DC Universe stuff, but I don't want DC Universe. So
Nobody does.
Since they're throwing some of the DC Universe shows on HBO Max, then that gives me absolutely no incentive to do DC Universe because Doom Patrol is going to be on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Cool.
and they do like I think a 7-day free trial. So if you really wanted to check out, like, am I gonna like Titans? I did that, and then I turned it off.
Through.
Yeah.
I did power through the first season of Titans at my friend's house a long time ago, and then I know season 2 just ended, so I may do that whole 7-day free trial, just binge all of the season 2 of Titans in the 7-day trial.
That's what I was thinking too, just to watch the second season.
Yeah,
but there's nothing really on there that draws me in. They have that new Harley Quinn show, which I could just care less about because
Haley Cuoco is the voice of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and I've just been kind of disappointed in some of the newer DC animated stuff. You know, like I wasn't a big fan of The Killing Joke. That one Harley Quinn movie they made was just awful.
The Batman and Harley Quinn, where she hooks up with Nightwing.
It was so bad.
Like, why? Okay, here's a question: why does DC throw like weird like fan ships into the movies that never should have existed in the first place? Like.
No, just Killing
Joke had Batman, fucking Batgirl, and that's just wrong.
Like tacked on in the beginning.
Like I get it,
and it wasn't a future plot point. Like it literally, you're just like those two gonna fuck for no reason.
It had nothing to do with the story. There was really no reason to change it, and it's weird because they did The Dark Knight Returns, and that was like a 1-for-1 interpretation. Like they didn't change anything, and that was amazing. I don't know why all of a sudden they decided, like, let's go change some of the source material. I know they did that with Hush. I heard Hush was pretty good, but I heard that they did kind of change the story too.
Yeah, a little bit. Like I said, it was way better than Killing Joke.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It still wasn't. It still doesn't compare to Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2. Like,
that was so good.
Or even Under the Red Hood, which is still probably my favorite animation.
I always love that one.
So good. Yeah, one thing I love about Dark Knight Returns is funny because they have Peter Weller playing the old Batman, who is RoboCop. I'm just like, oh shit, that's RoboCop's voice.
I'm hoping he comes back for the new RoboCop that they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be doing a new RoboCop. RoboCop Returns. It's supposed to be like they're doing the Halloween treatment where they just ignore all of the movies except the first one, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's what he said, and it's with Neil Blomkamp, right? The guy that did.
Well, it was. He dropped out.
That's really sad. I was really looking forward to him.
Erroneous.
The guy who did I think his name's Abe Forsyth. He's the guy who wrote and directed that Little Monsters movie that's on Netflix. The zombie.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, he's the one who's doing the RoboCop movie now, not Neil Blomkamp. But I would have liked Neil Blomkamp. Neil Blomkamp is always trying to do so many good movies, but he never gets to do them.
And it's really sad knowing that he's not a part of that because I feel like he would have nailed that Paul. Excuse me if I say this wrong. Verhoeven. He's the guy that made the first one, right?
Oh yeah.
I feel like he would have nailed the kind of style because it was very satirical in the fact that he's looking at like kind of modern society and how stupid it is, and the SUX 9000, the car that just burns gas and gets horrible gas mileage. It's just all these all these things about like kind of poking fun at the
social commentary.
Yeah, at the time during the 80s, that was the thing, and I feel like he could have done the same thing with modern time.
It's a shame because between that and then he was going to do that Alien, he was going to do that Alien movie.
That would have been badass.
Michael Bean and all them, and then
he
made that really awesome like short film for the Anthem, that video game Anthem. I mean that Anthem game is horrible. I don't know if you
it is really bad.
But that short he did for Anthem was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got some really great work. I've loved a lot of his movies, so I hope it turns out well. I mean, I'm a huge fan of RoboCop. I thought the new one that they did was I didn't like it at all.
Kinnaman.
Yeah,
with Rick Flag. Yeah,
right. And they kept one hand a flesh hand, even though he's supposed to be like this, army bot. Like that doesn't make any sense. That hand's gonna get blown off.
Yeah, like my weak spot.
Arm.
Yeah, it's like his biggest weak spot is this exposed hand.
Yeah, it's like the one spot where I probably have blood still. Just shoot that hand, let me die. Like,
we're getting on a tangent. I just hope the new RoboCop's good.
No, this is exactly what we do. I want to continue down this road.
Well, since we do have Tyler on, I kind of do want to ask you about your channel a little bit. So, like, how long you been doing it? How did you get started?
Yeah.
Let's see. Basically we're in December now, but February 2017, I believe, is when I started my channel because I had been thinking I always really liked movies and talking about movies. I mean, it's always been a fun passion, hobby, whatever you want to call it. And basically, I mean, I had gone to some screenings already, like early screenings for things, and people that I talk to, my friends and family, they always it makes me sound kind of mean, I guess, in a sense, but they always kept asking me what I thought of movies because I saw them early, whether it be like a week early, 2 weeks, a couple days. And I was like, sounds like it seemed to me like there was like a big enough crowd, so to speak, to talk movies with, that people that want to know if a movie's good or not and all that stuff. And I already had known that like there are people out there like Chris Stuckman, the Schmoes Know, Jeremy Johns. I still like a lot of Chris Stuckman stuff. He's like, I guess you could say, the one I like the most, even still to this day, as far as like the movie critics go. But January of 2017, I was like getting the itch to do it, especially since I just recently got iPad and I was working out how would I film stuff and all that stuff, working out iMovie and doing other stuff. And it's one of those processes you get better at as you do it. Like I was horrible when I first started in February of 2017, so it's one of those learning processes even to this day. But I figured with Get Out was my first ever movie review, and so after I saw that, because I thought about doing it for the Bye Bye Man, that really terrible horror film in January of 2017. That was when I was like, I really want to just torch this movie, but I don't. Yeah, and then I waited until the Get Out, and then I guess the rest was history because 2017, 2018, 2019, so a couple years, not too long. I haven't been doing it super long, like Chris Stuckman or one of them. They've been around for like 10 plus years, but you're good for. Yeah,
you're almost on 3 years. That's impressive. And like the one thing I've noticed is like thankfully there's tons of movies and tons of trailers and stuff, but you're good at constantly pumping out content, which is a huge part of being successful at all at YouTube, right? You got to be consistent. So you definitely have that one knocked out. Have there been any? No, go ahead.
I was just saying it's definitely tough to stay consistent like that, especially since, well, I mean, I guess in a sense, because I know you guys, you're a 4-person channel. I'm a 1-person channel, so I do everything. So there's no figuring out anything for my channel. I have to do everything. The thumbnail.
Including hold yourself accountable for making videos.
Yeah.
Which is probably the hardest one, right? Yeah. When you have other people to depend on you, it makes you show up every Saturday night.
Yeah, I gotta write out everything, edit everything, record everything, upload everything, post everywhere, do everything myself. It's a lot of work, but I enjoy it still. So as long as I still enjoy it, I'll keep making them. As long as people keep watching them, that's the main. Yeah. That's also one of those things. As long as people keep watching them as well and enjoying my content, I may as well put it out.
It definitely sounds like a labor of love for you. You can see the passion when you're talking about movies. The way that you kind of get into the review and what you felt about it, and you're always really timely about it too when you drop them. And talking about people watching your content, I mean, I'm scrolling through some of your videos here. That new Sonic the Hedgehog official trailer reaction, 11,000 views.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I wasn't expecting that. The reason I was even up because that trailer dropped at 6 a.m. Only reason I was up at that point in time is because I was awake watching stuff on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Disney Plus was that was the day Disney Plus upload started. So I was like up watching things, scrolling through things, and I was like, and I knew there was supposed to be a Sonic the Hedgehog trailer coming the next morning, and I was like, okay, well, whatever. I'm gonna sleep for a couple hours because usually most trailers drop at like certain points of time, and then they're like, oh, we're actually dropping at 6 a.m. Like, okay, well, I'm already up anyway. I already filmed for the Mandalorian, responding to comments while also scrolling through what's on Disney Plus. So I was one of the first couple, I think, to put a trailer reaction on there, and then. Everyone and their mother tried to copyright claim it, so that was fun.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Well, the hard work pays off,
Well, it's just like, I hate it so much. I even made a tweet about it because it was just frustrating. Because anytime there's music for like the Ramones in a trailer, they always copyright claim you. It doesn't matter what movie, it doesn't matter what song, it's just they always copyright claim you, and it drives me insane.
Yeah. It's which is amazing that it's the Ramones. Like everything they would have actually sung against, they're like, is that corporate greed?
Right.
I'm sure
Joey Ramone is super happy that his music is in a Sonic the Hedgehog trailer.
Yeah, even
he wants a piece of that.
Spider-Man Far From Home had a Ramones song in it, and I got copyright claimed. I hated it. Yeah. It's like, stop putting them in the trailer. Like, it pisses me off as a content creator. They claim everything.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sonic, do you like the upgrades?
Oh yeah, he looks much better now. So I mean, I can't go wrong with the fact that he looks so much better now. I mean, the movie looks like at least semi-entertaining, at least for what it is. I mean, I can't speak for if it's good or not because we haven't seen it yet.
I still have my theory that the disgusting abomination that they put out was specifically as a way to drum up like interest in the movie, and it was like this whole like conspiracy was like pre-planned, like that they were always going to replace that Sonic model.
Yeah, it's definitely possible that that's what they wanted to do.
That's the thing. Is like I was like,
it was genius and it worked.
Right, right. Because I don't think anybody would be talking about that Sonic movie as much as after the first trailer to the second one.
Yeah,
like
true.
I'm like, I'm not the conspiracy theory person, but to me that is a potential for a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why anyone would have even thought that was a good design to begin with.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, it's so bad.
It's so bad. Horrible. When we get the right model down, we'll show that and be like, "See, guys, we were working on it."
Or maybe they just knew how bad it was, and they had to see, do we really need to change this, or are people okay with it? Oh crap! Okay, we need to change that.
Or the studio was like, "We need a trailer. You got to drop this now. Just do it."
Do me a favor on your thing. Pull up a before and after the comparison for Sonic. We gotta throw this shit up there.
I don't know anyone that actually liked the design.
No.
For anybody who has it,
the new one just
liked that design. Thought that's cool. That's a cool design for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk about the Sonic movie and
shit. Jeremy, no.
No, that's a video.
Google Images.
At least it wasn't a Ramones song. Well, we're okay.
Yeah.
Well, while Jeremy's pulling this up, since we're almost at the end of 2019, and Tyler, you are a movie connoisseur. You've probably seen most of everything of 2019. So if you had to pick one?
A lot. I have seen a lot. I have not seen everything, unfortunately. That's just too much work.
Well, you probably see more than me. So
let's
with
get
your
top
expert opinion,
three.
If you can,
gold. I want gold, silver, and bronze for it. All right, here we go. For anybody,
Oh yeah.
I am 100% convinced that the one on the left was put on purpose
It's so bad.
so that they could make the one on the right happen and people would actually be talking about this movie.
The one on the left looks like the kid from Jumanji when he turns into a monkey.
Yeah, right?
So bad, man.
It is. It's
awful. All right, Tyler. Sorry.
Yeah, top three, dude.
Interrupt you. Top three.
I guess I can reveal them, even though I'm gonna make a
Oh,
video.
Okay, just
everyone too. When I make a best of video next month.
Maybe one in your top five.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Just one.
Just one.
Just one?
Okay, yeah. So
one, it could be one of the top five, or it doesn't
one of the top five.
Doesn't have to be number one. Yeah.
So you can make your top three video. So
that way we don't spoil it for your listeners.
Yeah.
What was your number 4?
Okay, my number 4. I'll have to look at that because I don't know exactly. I have to check my Letterboxd account.
Just ignore Scott. It could be any of them.
Just a movie I really liked, man. Doesn't matter.
Okay,
List or no list.
My number 4 currently is Knives Out, the Rian Johnson.
Oh, I've heard really good things about that.
Same, dude. Like I've heard good stuff.
It's
partially
really
from you,
good.
but yeah.
Say what you will about Rian Johnson. Obviously he's still getting harassed for The Last Jedi. Whether you like it or not, he's no one should be harassed for the rest of their life for a movie. But
well, George Lucas is so.
Talk about I still have a bone to pick with George Lucas about Jar Jar Binks. I think everyone does.
J.J. Abrams is about to pay those same sins real quick here in a couple more weeks. So it's a Star Wars thing, man.
Okay.
Everybody seemed to be fine with J.J. Abrams. What he did with The Force Awakens, he didn't really have a lot of boycotts.
Okay, real quick though, we need to do set up a drinking game. Every time there's a lens flare, you drink.
Oh yeah, that's always J.J. Abrams' game.
Yeah,
I want you to know there's a camera.
But I got to say, between J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, I'll definitely pick Force Awakens. So I'm hoping. I'm hoping Rise of the Skywalker comes out good.
It's gonna be horrible.
It's basically just Hope again, but I still enjoyed it for what it was.
Oh, it was totally A New Hope. He even said that in an interview. Like I think I read something this week. Is like, it was a little too close. I didn't take enough risks. But like
they're the same structure.
Yeah, but in support of that, like that's what we wanted. That's what we said is like, we don't like these prequels. We want old Star Wars.
I don't want to hear about
old Star Wars.
Senate meetings and trade blockades.
Yeah. Right. So I feel like J.J. Abrams sat down and was like, hey, all right, they want old Star Wars. We're going to give them old Star Wars. We're going to copy all the plot points. We're going to introduce these new characters and we're going to move on.
And instead of a Death Star, we have a Death Planet.
Yeah. Right. It's not the same thing.
Terminator Dark Fate tried to do the exact same thing. I actually said it in my review. It basically was just like they Force Awakens the Terminator franchise. It's the same idea. You bring back the old cast to integrate with the new cast, and they do basically the same exact things as the other Terminator, specifically Terminator 2. Just bring back Linda Hamilton and Arnold Schwarzenegger again. So it was reminding me of like when they brought back Harrison Ford and Luke and all them for Leia. The Force Awakens. It just didn't work.
True. It's like they're trying to stick almost too close to the source material. Like you got to take a little bit more risk.
Yeah.
But
Did any new Terminator movie, Terminator Dark Fate?
I haven't seen it, but I actually want to see it.
No, I had no interest in watching it.
I think you're all Wyatt Bomb. Okay.
No. I saw it. I did not like it.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's Wyatt Bomb. None of y'all saw it.
Darn.
I read the spoilers and I was like, that's the story? Okay.
Legion and Carl, the Terminator that sells drapes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Really?
I had a free movie to use up, and I'm like, there's nothing else out in the theater that I'm like, I wanted to see it. So I'm like, I'll see this. And I'm like, should have got the free movie.
Just the fact that a Terminator that sells drapes.
That is just weird.
And has a family.
That too. He has a family in Texas.
Yeah.
Strange. It just doesn't make sense. Please explain the logic behind that. Thank you.
He grew a conscience, basically, and has a family, and they're never physical. There's even a line that's really funny in the movie where they're talking and about like how does she never realize you're like 400 pounds. Like you're a
oh yeah, because he's made out of metal.
Like 400 pounds.
Yeah,
and he's like, our relationship is not physical.
So weird. Like, why did you have to go there? That's just strange. Yeah,
because first things, you find that a robot's been hiding in like plain sight with like a wife or whatever. Like the first question in most Americans' minds is, well, are they fucking or what? Like, so they actually had to answer that in the writing because they knew Rule 34 was gonna happen.
Huge, like not even just huge, as in like he's Arnold Schwarzenegger, but like they're Terminators. They're pretty heavy. So
yeah,
not noticed.
Yeah, that's strange.
Weird.
Yeah, but Knives Out's probably. I mean, it's in my top 5 right now. I'll just say that's one of the top 5. Right? I like a good murder mystery whodunit, and it sufficed that urge. I guess the murder mystery. We don't get too many of those these days. And Chris Evans was amazing in it.
So here's the question. All right, so murder mystery movies. Which was better, Knives Out or Clue?
That's like the question everybody says. It's tough. I like both of them a lot. I mean, Clue's a classic though. You can't. I mean, Clue's definitely probably my favorite. But I would say as far as murder mysteries I can think of in recent memory, I definitely think this is way better than Murder on the Orient Express, the new one with Kenneth Branagh as Poirot.
Nice.
I mean, it's either Kenneth Branagh as Poirot with that epic mustache, or Daniel Craig doing this Southern accent.
So I think Southern. I think James Bond.
It's like a sophisticated like mystery. It's like they come along every once in a while. These movies like that.
Yeah, I was reading an article earlier that said that since the movie's not doing too bad at the box office, Rian Johnson said he wouldn't mind returning to do more movies with Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc, with new mystery, new settings, new cast, and all that. So every couple of years, since Daniel Craig won't be as busy in a couple of years because he's not going to be Bond anymore.
No, yeah, right. I was going to say now that he's not Bond, he can pick up this new character.
Well, yeah, and it'd be kind of cool to have like a character that is you, right? Like there's a lot of people that are like actors, right? But to be able to be like, that character is synonymous with me being that character, like that doesn't happen all that much.
No,
so
not really.
So I think to be able to have a movie centered around somebody like that, that's cool.
Yeah.
Usually it's just like, okay, who's the next Batman? Who's the next Superman? You know, stuff like that. You know, yep. Benoit Blanc, it's just Benoit Blanc.
Yeah. Not everybody can be Anthony Daniels, C-3PO.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that made no sense.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Whatever you say, Larry.
I was watching that Star Wars documentary on Disney Plus right before this.
C-3PO is barely even in these last couple of movies.
I know, it's sad.
And gotta make an appearance in the.
It's sad though. I had to laugh because I didn't think about it until after I watched the trailer the first time. Because that scene that makes everybody sad in the trailer, where he's like, saying goodbye, my final goodbye to my friends, and it shows like Finn and Poe and all them, and it's like they don't know each other really.
Yeah, right. They haven't spent any time together, at least on screen.
Friends.
Yeah, like they met before. Oh,
well, because they killed off everybody that he would have been friends with.
Think about
yeah,
because Finn, Poe, and Rey never met until the very end of The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, so, and you're right. Nobody met C-3PO.
You see all these promotional images of all them together for like several years, and they're like, "Oh yeah, they never actually interacted at all until the very end of the last movie."
The last 2 minutes of the movie, now we finally meet.
Yeah. Finn and Poe have that bromance though.
They're pretty tight.
Have any of you watched the newest episode of The Mandalorian yet?
Yeah. I just
have. Yeah, I did.
Toronto kicking ass.
Yep, and then we also had a time jump, a very subtle time jump.
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah, there's a time jump that happened.
I didn't catch it. What do you mean?
He literally says, he's like, a few weeks ago, I said when we saved the village. So basically, there's a time jump of like a few weeks in the episode.
Oh, okay. From the beginning to that last scene.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I didn't catch that.
Gina Carano back though. I like Gina Carano's character.
Yeah,
she was a good character. I do feel that this episode was maybe a little slower than the last few, but it was probably just to set up her character.
Yeah, it had a very of all the episodes, it had a very Western vibe to it. It's really bandits versus they're the bandits, and you got to help save the town, bandits and all that stuff.
Right.
It's reminded me of the Westerns, but now it's Star Wars.
Well, honestly, it was probably the most TV showy one out of all 4 episodes too. Like, so I can actually see this as a TV show, and it wasn't as it like I said compared to the first 3 episodes. To me, like I said, just don't feel like a TV.
It wasn't as cinematic.
Exactly.
Maybe because of Bryce Dallas Howard directing it. I don't know. So, I mean, just because like she's not like an experienced director. I mean, she's a great actress, and she's directed stuff before, but I don't think. I could see her. She's learning still. I mean, she's Ron Howard's so she has some talent directing.
The connoisseur of running in heels.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad though. We only get 2 more episodes and it's over.
4.
No, there's 8. You keep thinking there's 6.
Oh,
There's 8.
crap.
8.
My bad.
We're halfway through the season now.
Whoops.
And so we're halfway. Now we can say like we're halfway through. I really have no idea where this thing's going, and I'm kind of losing interest. Like I'm still gonna finish it, but I'm not that excited about Mandalorian. If it didn't have Baby Yoda in it, like I feel like nobody would care at all.
Yeah, I kind of
like the crux of the story is like he's just gonna go planet to planet saving this child from danger.
Yeah, and we're going to run into familiar things like IG-88. We're going to run into some stormtroopers. We're going to run into this ATST. That's kind of all it is.
I know.
Each episode has that bit of nostalgia.
I know at one point we're going to run into Bill Burr and Gus Fring from the Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that he's not in it. Yeah, that guy hasn't in it yet.
Oh,
Bill Burr. That was like one of the ones I was surprised at why. Like I was like, Bill Burr's in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? He's a perfect fit, to be fair, but
I know, but it's just such like a random casting. Like they got some really interesting castings I would never expected for Star Wars for this series. From Bill Burr to the guy that plays Gus, Giancarlo Esposito. That's his name. The guy that plays Gus Fring.
Yeah.
And Werner Herzog, of all people, is in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, it's weird because it felt like episodes 1 through 3 were all kind of like one story. And now episode 4 is like, okay, we're changing gears. We're going somewhere else. We got Baby Yoda in tow.
Yeah.
We know who Mandalorian is now.
Can I can we please bring back Nick Nolte's character, though? Like,
I have spoken.
Yeah, I have spoken. Like, I wanted him to be like, yeah, I guess I'll be your engineer or whatever. And like, it was so sad when he's like, nah.
I'm all right.
Well, that's the thing from like the promotional images and all that, because you see everybody like together, like, oh, cool, they're gonna like assemble a squad over the course of the season.
It's gonna be a heist.
Well,
he's not in it for the long haul. And then Gina Carano, I mean, at least for now, she's not in it for the long haul. She's like, nah, I'm gonna go do my own thing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's weird. Well, so the thing that I didn't like about episode 4, spoilers, is that lady who Mandalorian meets up with, and then that the rebel girl was like, oh, sure you don't want to take off your helmet and just stay here with her? He just met her. Like, yeah, she's making googly eyes at him, like, which makes no sense too. Like, I didn't like that whole dynamic. That was
like, like, hey, guy that never takes off his helmet, you're probably sexy under there.
It was funny because she's like, when's the last time you took off your helmet? He's like, yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Okay, that part was funny, but yeah, like
do it around people.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It was weird.
I wonder if he's going to eventually take his helmet off at some point this season, just because he's Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, that's what I was
keep talking about it.
I said that earlier on we were talking about, but I agree with you. Like, for such a big actor like him, it's kind of a weird decision to take on a role where you're never seen. Nobody will really remember it's him.
Nah, it's gonna happen, and just like you at the very, in the season finale, Carl Weathers is gonna come back and establish an army of like bounty hunters that come hunt the Mandalorian.
That was another one I was expecting Apollo Creed to be in the Star Wars.
Yeah, right.
And like,
Oh no,
when we were watching, my wife's like, "Why does he look so familiar?" I'm like, "That's the dude from Terminator or Predator."
Yeah.
Like,
he's gonna end up hiring Boba to go after Mandalorian.
he's like,
Why
"You son of a bitch!"
Why
Yeah.
did you get him as
Fuck you,
Fuller from Arrested
Nate, you know that's a hot button ticket, you son of a bitch. That worthless turd.
I was waiting for Scott to chime in. Boba's gonna go after Mando at the end of the
Yeah,
show.
no, fuck that guy. He could be rotting in the
Yeah,
bottom of the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah,
No, he got out.
At some point, he survived because it's just
Yeah.
a matter of kind of not really talk too much about Boba Fett and any type.
No, because that dude he didn't do shit in the movies, and everyone's like, "Oh, he did so much in the comics. Those ain't canon anymore." I'm sorry, son.
Well, I did read an article that there was talks about how they're going to work him into the show.
That's how I feel about Captain Phasma, because Captain Phasma is like the new generations she looks awesome. She does like maybe one or two kind of cool things, but she doesn't really do too much. And then she as of right now at least, she's dead. Basically got beaten up by Finn and Rose.
Yep, and that was it. That was her cool moment. Really, was that fight
Twice.
Yeah, the first movie she just got captured and they threw her in the trash compactor. Poor Captain Phasma. By the way, I mean, speaking, I didn't meet Gwen Christie, but she was at Ace Comic-Con, and she's very tall.
Yeah, she's a big girl.
She's very tall, like not me, just like height wise, like she's very tall. I was shocked.
So the Game of Thrones height wasn't movie magic; it's actually true.
Yeah. Well, reverse. That was the one I forgot. I met Kit Harington with one of my friends.
Cool.
He had the reverse movie magic. He's much shorter in person. He's like 5'8".
I can think he's like a little like 5'4" guy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's just a little guy. Him and Tom Cruise are hanging out at the kiddie table.
They were saying for a lot of the scenes they had to have him wear like these, big boots so that he'd actually be eye level with people.
I believe it because it's one of those things where you wonder why he's so much taller than people like Amelia Clark. But it's Amelia Clark is 5'2". Last time I checked, I remember I looked at it one time. She's like really short. So is Kiernan Shipka from Sabrina. Because when I met her, you can't tell in my photo because it's not full body, but she had on high heels that were like super high, like super high heels. And I was still much taller than her because I'm 6'1". But if she didn't have those on, I would have just towered over her like completely, and it was really funny.
Yeah, it was probably by design.
Right?
Right?
She's like, I gotta wear these.
Doesn't look super tiny.
I gotta wear these so I can get at normal person height for pictures.
Yeah. Fortunately, it wasn't one of those things where they would have had to have made the camera go further down on the ground.
Right.
Cut off your forehead.
Yeah. That would be amazing.
That'd be my. All this money and they cut off her forehead or from her forehead up.
She only has from here up.
Beautiful eyes.
I like most of my photo ops I've taken with people over the years at cons because I like going to conventions. But one of the ones that bothered me, as far as I would love to do it again, but he doesn't really do conventions. Speaking of Star Wars, John Boyega, he came to AwesomeCon a couple of years ago. He doesn't really do conventions, but when I met him, he was in a chair.
Yeah, that's always
Did
weird.
you take the high school photo where you put your hands on his shoulder?
Yeah.
He's in the chair and you're standing above him.
Because I'm tall and he was sitting in a chair and it was just awkward. It was okay. I can understand it when I met Stan Lee. Stan Lee's 95 years old.
Yeah, that poor man can't move.
Yeah, it's usually old people, not young John Boyega.
Yeah, put your hand right here, son.
John Boyega, he's like I want this to look like
dude.
every prom photo I've ever seen.
Yeah, he was a nice guy though. John Boyega was really cool. I hope that now that they have more free time after the trilogy's over, they'll do more conventions because they don't really do conventions. Even when they do Star Wars Celebration, they don't meet people.
Right, they're just there for the main panel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's gonna be in their next spin-off movie, Star Wars Presents Finn and Poe.
Oh, yeah.
A love story.
Yeah, kind of like a Hobbs and Shaw style.
Yeah. Perfect. I'd watch that.
So many people would give money to that movie.
Oh, hell yeah, they would.
I'd watch that.
I feel like that's why
they're wrong type of people.
Well, they're investing in smaller characters, so Mandalorian's a part of that. They had a Solo movie. I feel like we're going to see more and more of that as time goes on.
Do you think the Mandalorian's going to show up in the Rise of Skywalker?
Yes.
Yeah,
so
Larry actually has a pretty good
Larry
prediction
thinks Baby
here.
Yoda is going to show up in.
Somebody is.
Yoda
But it's going to
Light.
be like,
Of course, somebody.
it's going to be preteen.
Look when it conveniently ends.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I feel like Baby Yoda is the easy one, but yeah, somebody from Mandalorian's going to show up.
I
Absolutely.
think it's be the Mandalorian if he'll just be alive because I mean the show takes place after Return of the Jedi, so I mean it's
Yeah,
not like
and he's got a mask on. We don't know how old he is exactly. It works.
And he's kind of good.
We're just going to see the dude with like from episode 3, the other Mandalorian that has the like minigun basically.
Oh yeah,
Like the heavy gunner guy. Yeah.
This is the way.
Yeah. The heavy gunner dude at the end that like gives him shit, then shows up to his like aid and starts wrecking house. Like he's gonna be it's just gonna randomly have him in it. That's how it's gonna tie in.
But it'd actually be, instead of basically somebody else playing Jon Favreau, it'd actually be Jon Favreau, so it'd be all fat now.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a Mandalorian armor?
That would be weird.
that would be amazing. And like,
A fat
as long as one of
Mando.
the other Mandalorians is Vince Vaughn, and then they like take off their masks and they're like, "Dude, you're so money." I would.
Yeah, no, like I just say like having one fat Mandalorian would be pretty clutch. Like you're just like, how is that guy? Like
Put on some weight after putting on the helmet.
yeah.
He needs extra Beskar steel for his armor.
Yeah.
You need 2 for this piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's the one thing. Like Beskar steel is like he's really like into getting all that Beskar steel because his uniform's not complete yet. He's gotta be fully complete uniform. He's still got that leg.
Yeah.
Got that leg.
Yeah, that one shin and calf. He's like, I need this.
Not
this
quite
size.
enough.
Well, that
soft spot.
the jetpack too now.
Oh
Yeah, now he needs the
that's
jetpack.
true.
Badass jetpacks where he wants a jetpack.
He said that too. Yeah, he's like, I need to get me one of those.
So we see him get a jetpack by the end of the series.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't go out like Boba Fett does when his jetpack.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, learn how to use it first.
Oops, my lightsaber accidentally hit you.
Whoa, I hate when that happens.
It was.
Oh no, I hit a wall. Oh, I fell into the pit of death that no one escapes.
It was Han's staff thing that tripped him.
That's what it is. Is Han
Blind
accidentally?
Han.
He accidentally hits it and sends him flying.
Yeah, and that's like the epic Boba Fett the way he went out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, well, he did so much on the Cloud City. I'm like, no, he stood next to Vader. Like, that's what he did.
Maybe
Like,
if
he
he would have
wants-
made more Beskar, his jetpack wouldn't have malfunctioned.
Yeah.
The one thing I like though about the Mandalorian and the connections with Boba Fett is just the whole fact that you heard that line in Empire where like no disintegrations, and you always wonder what the heck what it means disintegration.
Yeah, why is that a rule?
Yeah.
The Mandalorian's just been straight up disintegrating everybody in this.
Yeah.
series.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Little puff of dust.
Yep.
Everyone,
Poof.
Awas, the other like the other people in that fight in the last episode.
Yeah, those other bounty hunter guys.
Yeah, the bounty hunters. He's just disintegrating everyone he can at this point. They shot it at the ATST and it didn't disintegrate, but I mean, it did some damage.
I want that to be like just the one hit. Like it's like the golden gun from GoldenEye games. Like that disintegrator rifle just kills everything in one shot.
Bring on the
Basically,
AT-AT.
Yeah. Here, you got a Death Star, one shot. Like,
Can you imagine? Speaking of
disintegrated.
Star Wars, have any of you played the new video game, the Fallen Order?
Oh.
Jedi Fallen Order?
I've been playing the hell out of it.
Yeah, Scott and Jeremy, I think,
I
have been playing it.
Go into spoilers, but some of that the ending of Jedi Fallen Order was pretty epic.
Yeah, it is very good.
They started spoiling it in the commercials on TV now, so don't watch any TV. Yeah.
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
run
pick it up
you
soon.
meet a familiar face. Let's put it that way.
A very familiar, very strong character.
Yeah. So
I'm waiting to finish Outer Worlds before I pick it up.
yeah, I highly recommend it, but it is challenging. I will say that it is not a game for the faint of heart. It is.
Oh, I was so pissed for so many hours trying to play that game.
Yeah, I have a rule. It's try a fight 4 times, and if I fail, then move it to story mode.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm
Yeah,
like, nope.
The Inquisitors were some pretty hard. Well, the both Inquisitors, I guess, were really hard battles.
Yeah.
But and they random like creature battles, and then the familiar, very powerful figure who is so powerful he doesn't have a life bar.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is not gonna be good.
Because I knew that was a bad sign when they showed up, and like I was like, oh, am I supposed to strike him? He has no health bar.
Like, what do I do? Yeah, no. For anybody who doesn't like, if you don't play the games, it's got some cool story stuff to at least to go check out online. I'm sure there's plenty of people that have clips of it up or like a little like story breakdown.
Yeah, the stories. Well, it was one of the. Well, I liked the story, but at the same time, it was one of those like kind of like the situation I had with Rogue One, where it was like, okay, it was kind of okay, cool, but like I felt like I kind of wasted my time at the same time.
Hey, like, oh,
like if you're build the Jedi Order and all that stuff, and it's like, well, obviously, like that didn't happen, so
yeah,
like, I kind of know the end of this story.
Yeah, it was like, okay. I mean, it was a fun journey, but it's just like with Rogue One. Like I know they all have to die, so they just all blow up because it's like it was one of the things that was actually kind of funny because it's like, okay, well, originally they were all going to survive at the end of Rogue One, and they're like, okay, how are we going to explain how they're never in any of the other movies or TV shows? It's like, right, well, we're gonna blow them up then. Never mind.
Yeah, they're all just gonna die. Dead. That problem will solve itself.
Right.
Yeah.
If they they didn't make it.
One and blew up the planet just for safe measure. Rogue One.
Well, I do want to drop before we go. I know we're getting to the end of the episode, but I did drop 2 unboxings this week. I did the NECA Bebop and Rocksteady unboxing, which really cool set. Definitely speaks to the show. If you were a fan of the cartoon, these figures are like spitting images of the cartoon. They did a really good job on those.
They're really cool.
I watched that one and your Wonder Woman one you just posted earlier today.
Yeah, thanks, Tyler. Yeah, and Wonder Woman is the other one. It's a Mezco exclusive, classic Wonder Woman. Kind of gives me that Linda Carter vibe. Really nice figure as well. Definitely excited to get both of those. If you haven't checked them out, please go check them out. They're on our channel now.
Nice.
Cool. And Tyler, remind us where we can find you on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter.
YouTube, you just type in Tyler Calvert, my name on YouTube, and you can find my channel where I do like movie reviews, trailer reactions, and reviews of the trailers, unboxing here and there, and some other stuff along the way. Every now and then a Blu-ray haul. I haven't done one in a while, but I probably will do one in the near future. I know I'll have an unboxing in the next couple days because I'm supposed to get the upcoming Zobi box in the mail. I'm supposed to actually get it today, but you know how holiday shipping is.
Messes up everything.
Yeah, so I was supposed to get it today, and since I didn't get it today, obviously there's no post on Sunday, so I'll get it on Monday probably. So it'll probably be up on Monday. I mean, it's a slow movie week this upcoming week, so it'll probably just be primarily trailers as far as like on my channel talking about trailers. It's supposed to be a big trailer week. I know we're supposed to get trailers for Wonder Woman 84, another Birds of Prey trailer, Black Widow trailer, I believe, is supposed to come out this week as well, and the one I'm missing is the new James Bond movie, No Time to Die.
Oh, cool. That's I would say that's a huge week for.
That's really big.
If all of them do drop, that's the rumor is a lot of them. I know the James Bond was supposed to drop on Wednesday. I just don't. And Wonder Woman's supposed to be Sunday, I think. But they're all up in the air. You never know. They like
cool.
With they have like the teasers for the teaser trailer, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. It's easy. It's Tyler Calvert on both of those. You can find me on either one. I'm more active on Twitter than Instagram, but I'm fairly active on both. But I guess that's all of my social medias, I suppose.
Cool. Well, after you follow Tyler, you should go follow the STS Guys. We're on Instagram at STS Guys. We're on Twitter at STS Guys. And we're on Facebook at the STS Guys. And I'm Larry from the STS Guys.
Chilling like a villain.
And super important, guys. If you want some awesome licensed t-shirts, go to Animated Apparel Company because they're having a Black Friday sale. Don't enter code STS Guys. Just go there, enter code BF30, and you're going to save 30% off of all their t-shirts. And you get free shipping. So
And
go
when the
check
Black
them
Friday
out.
sale is not up, use code STS
Then
guys.
use code STS guys. But this weekend, don't worry about it. Go get yourself some awesome t-shirts at a really good price.
So I know you're going through your shill here, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but I really thought you were going with Frisky Britches when you started that.
Guys, don't miss out on the Frisky Britches Black Friday sale too. 50% off with code SB50. What? That's right, 50. You get half off their monthly subscription. Go to shopfriskybritches.com. Get your ladies some new underwear.
Yeah, get your girls some undies.
There you
go. Shout out to Jeremy for mailing these awesome STS Guys 100 posters.
Yes.
Yeah, I got one too over here.
Yep. There's a lot of people in the chat that got them. If you got 2, then you're just that awesome.
Yeah, I got 2. I'm cool like that.
We sent 2 to our favorite people.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of you.
Yay, everyody
gets 2.
So if you don't receive your poster by the end of this upcoming week, I said you're probably in that group that did not put your city or your state or what country you're from. So you'll be getting emails probably by the end of the week, basically asking you to confirm your address. So be sure to be on the lookout for that email. Be sure to reply to that email if you still want a poster.
They're pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
like I know I made it, but I know I made it, but it turned out really cool. I'm happy. We'll be back next week. I don't think we have a special guest or anything lined up, but thank you, Tyler, for joining us. Like you said, we've been talking about this for a while. I'm glad we finally had a chance to have you on, man. We're big fans of your channel.
Fun. Yes, likewise. Fun. We'll definitely do this again. I mean,
for sure, man.
Sure. It's great.
Maybe we can do it around a specific movie next time or something.
Yeah, we'll
that's kind of what I was waiting for. But it's hard to be like, all right, like we're gonna plan out to all go see this movie.
Yeah.
But we will try that for next year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The next big movie, obviously, is Star Wars.
Yep.
So that could be quite a hostile show, depending on.
It's gonna be fun either way.
I know. Right? I just mean like in general. How Star Wars fans are some these days.
Yeah.
I say that as a Star Wars fan.
Right. People get rabid. That's for sure.
It's gonna be interesting.
So for episode 112 of the STS Guys, I've been Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
Hey guys, it's been Nate.
I'm Scott.
And thank you to our special guest, Tyler. We are the STS Guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Thanks for joining, Tyler.
Thank you.